Not me waking up to my daughter on the phone with 911. What is wrong with her dad? They told her to go get my phone and call 911.
So that's parental alienation. But I thought women I thought only women could weaponize the system against men. I thought they always take the woman's side.
It's so sad because all of this, I think the bottom line is to get out of child support.
One thing that I really just can't tolerate is how often men get online and lie and say that women are the ones who weaponize the courts against men, and they use the court system to hurt the man and all of this stuff, and how they can't see their kids and all that shit. And I'm always like, dude, I have to tell y'all over and over and over again, as soon as a man tells me that his woman is keeping the child away from him or he can't see his kid after a breakup or whatever, just know I'm automatically siding with her until further notice. It's not to say I'm going to side with her forever. I don't have to side with her forever. I could change my opinion, but I'm siding with her off the bat. Every single man, I don't care if it's my brother. I don't care if my son tell me that shit. If my son got married, let's say in 25 years, right? My son he's married, he's divorced. He's 34, 35 years old now. And I think their relationship is all cool. You know what I'm saying? Him and the wife and all that stuff, but they getting divorced for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Right there, red flag. She's divorcing him, whatever. Now she is keeping the kid away from him or whatever. I am going to assume it's because of him. I'm going to assume it's because of his actions. I'm not going to assume that that woman is weaponizing the courts against him. That's not something that women normally do. And the way that men don't understand that not only is it hard for women to weaponize the system against men just on the basis that the system was built by men for men, not only that, but it doesn't really make sense when you think about it from a safety standpoint. Like, women, to me, aren't stupid. You know, women have survival instincts. And thinking that a woman is going to put herself in harm's way of a man, right? Just because she doesn't like him, because they're just getting divorced, or you know what I'm saying? Just because, for no reason. It's completely has nothing to do with nothing. She's just bitter and jealous, but she is going to try to weaponize the system against the man. I can't believe that for 1 second. Because she is putting herself in harm's way. That man ain't gonna, that men don't be nice. The most dangerous time for a woman is during a breakup. So you expect me to believe that women don't know this? You expect me to believe that during this time, these women are like, yeah, and let me add insult to injury and try to get the, trick the courts into not letting him see his kid and all. No. That woman said you can't see your baby because you are an abuser. She doesn't trust you. That's what I have to assume that. But when you flip that shit around, so everything that I just said about women, it's the opposite for me. I ain't gonna hold you. Any man that tells me he has 100% custody of his children, I assume they did that just so they can avoid paying child support, or they're abusive and they want to punish the mother and they lied to the court system and they try, they're doing parental alien. It doesn't mean, again, it's what I'm going to assume at the start. It doesn't mean that you can't change my mind. It doesn't mean that over time, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean any of that. It just means that I'm gonna go with the odds. Odds are what I said is the reality, because I've only seen men weaponize the court system against the women and weaponize the system against women. I've only seen it. Not to say, and I'm not talking, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I'm just saying this is what I've only seen this.
Not me waking up to my daughter on the phone with 911. What is wrong with her dad? She came back from possession at her dad's house. And It's not even 7 a.m. And she walks in with the 911 on the phone, a dispatcher. And I go, there was no emergency. And I sit there and I talk to her, and she says that Daddy taught her and told her that it's not her job to wake me up. Fair. But he told her to go get my phone and call 911. What the fuck is wrong with him? He's literally trying to paint me as a negligible parent. This is a continued thing that he's done this month. And I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go from here. But it's all about control. Like, he's weaponizing my fucking kid. No. What do you do here? Where's the line where it becomes too much with co-parenting? Where's the line? Because this feels like the line. She has some weird allegiance, loyalty thing that I can see in her eyes, and he's making her feel unsafe in our house. What do you do here? I already called my attorney. I already emailed them this morning, so don't tell me to talk to my attorney. I already did that. I would love some real life advice from people who have dealt with crazy fucking co-parents. I think he's mentally ill. I don't like me to call him a narcissist. Well, he's a fucking mentally ill.
So that's parental alienation. That's weaponizing the system against a parent. That's what it looks like. I've only seen men do shit like that. I'm not saying women don't do this. That's not what I'm saying. Because I've had even women to be like, yeah, some crazy women out here, and they da-da-da-da-da. And anytime they said it, I'd be like, you don't know their story. Like, I bet you don't know their story. Just for the life of me, it's like this. Like, and I always do this, but I just is the best way for me to articulate and understand this stuff. But it would be like a white person saying that I'm weaponizing the system against a white person. You know what I mean? I'm sure there are some black people that have tried to weaponize the system against a white person or against a group of white people. And I'm sure it's worked. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it has worked at some point in time. But is that a widespread, rampant thing? Fuck no. Fuck no. Because black people aren't stupid. Because black people have survival instincts. We know black people have called the police on somebody breaking into our house, and then we get shot in our home. We get shot in our home. We call to have the police come out to protect us, to take a report because we were the ones wrong, and then we end up getting shot in our own home. We ain't we're not thinking that we can weaponize the system against other groups of people. That's all I'm saying. And if you think that women don't know this, you're fucking plumb dumb. They know the system doesn't give a fuck about them. They know it. So I just don't know where this is at. I've only seen men do this. Anytime I've ever heard this story and it made any sense, it was a man doing this to a woman.
From what it fucking seems, yes, because I did call this morning. I called the dispatcher, and she told me that I need to go to the local police department and request open records, and I will do that. However, she did not attempt to wake me up. My son came in my room, and he was snuggling me and being all cute or whatever, and usually, they'll just go get dressed. They're 4 and they're 6, and they know what to do in the mornings. I can sleep till fucking 7, what? She has never done that. And she sat there and told me exactly what her dad told her to do. She put on the location services, and then she went and dialed 911. And she showed me how she did it, and she told me that her dad instructed her to do that. From what it fucking...
Wow. Yeah. Crazy. That man is psycho. So the comment she's responding to says, this sounds like going back to court for full custody. Start recording, screenshotting, and documenting. No more communication over text. Only a parenting app. Do not let him know that she told you. That's good advice. I think she should take these videos down too.
And this is not the first time that he is trying to use other entities to try to get at me. And this is not the first time that he is trying to use other entities to try to get at me. He like twists the story in a way that it makes it seem like everybody's concerned. And it's a false fucking narrative. And he has used law enforcement twice now as a means to try to get at me and get involved. And he also
But I thought only women could weaponize the system against men. I thought they always take the woman's side.
get at me and get involved. And he also had a meeting with my kid's teacher last week and tried to spin this whole false narrative that everybody's concerned about their tardies, which is not true. And my daughter has already been making comments about my sleeping patterns. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, where are you getting this from? The first time that he used law enforcement was we were going through a custody modification, and I was telling him, because he didn't let me talk to the kids for the full month of fucking July that he had them. Traumatized everybody, okay? And so whenever I got them back, I was like, we're modifying that bullshit. Not happening again. And so I did that, and he sent the police to my house on a Saturday morning when he knew the kids were with me. What the fuck? And then this time, guys, he's been spinning his fucking gears on the fact that like the kids have been tardy, like that got mentioned at a parent-teacher conference where they naturally bring up the fact that there's been tardies and how many absences, but they hooked onto the fact that the kids have been tardy. They ignored the fact that they've not been absent. Okay, and so he's been coming at me every chance he can get with this fucking, I can't get this kids to school on time because I'm so exhausted. Painting me as a negligible fucking parent. He even tried to approach me and get out of the car, and he told me, we need to talk. Josie told me some stuff and you've been a negligible parent, like in front of my fucking kids. And so he decided to set up a meeting with my daughter's teacher, and he requested documentation about the tardies, like the exact time. And anyways, he sends me this big fucking message about how they're very concerned about all these tardies, and Josie's gonna get a dot on her attendance report. And I just don't respond. At this point, I'm not opening his shit. I'm not reading his shit. I don't care. And he's like consistently fucking pinging me, right? Sending me periods. And then he sends me this document and this whole thing about how they want to switch custody for them to get them during the week and me to get them on the weekend. Oh, you want to have full custody? You want to do that with your other fucking 3 kids? No, he doesn't want to pay child support, and it's inconvenient for him to drive down here because he moved out of fucking town. He's an idiot. And he's just been trying to like manipulate and cherry pick our fucking divorce decree. And I'm like, it says it right there in black and white. How are we arguing? And he's just being like such a...
Oh, child support, you say? He doesn't want to pay child support, and he was the one who moved out of town. She didn't move away. He moved away. Why does this sound so familiar? Why does it sound like 99.9% of these fucking situations? This is crazy. This is textbook.
Such a jerk about it. Anyways, the last straw for me is whenever you get and instruct my daughter to call the fucking cops. She literally, my 6-year-old daughter, got on my phone while I was sleeping before 7 a.m. Did not try to wake me up. I've told them before, hey, if I'm sleeping, just come and like, hey, mommy, blah, blah. Because like, I'm not setting my alarm for 6 a.m. to wake up before they wake up. I'm not doing that. Come wake me up. Hello. Right? That's normal, right? He tells her, apparently, to bypass me, to get my phone. He showed her how to turn on the SOS, location services, how to dial 911, and what to tell them. And so I wake up before 7 a.m. to my daughter handing me the phone, and it's a fucking 911 dispatcher. Hello? There's no emergency. Thank you, bye. And my daughter proceeds to tell me that her dad told her to do this. And she walked me through exactly what her daddy told her. That if mommy is sleeping, then you need to call 911. Why the fuck? And I looked her in her eyes and I was like, baby, why would you do that? And she was like, daddy told me to. And daddy said daddy doesn't lie.
I would have recorded her telling me that her dad told her that. Be like, okay, say it again. What did he tell you? And just walk this like, okay, cool. Cause what the fuck?
Daddy doesn't lie. And she told me that it's not her job for her to wake me up. That sounds scripted. That sounds coached. What do you guys think?
I think that you now, if this woman gets full custody and he can't see the kids at all, because to me, this is like extreme levels of abuse in my mind, right? This is really, really high. And it's really scary too. Like, if you're willing to do this, I feel like, unaliving somebody, killing somebody, like, isn't out of the realm of possibilities. Like, this is how weird you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just me. I don't want you around my kids anymore. You can't be, you lost all privileges. Because if you harm the mother, you harm the kids, in my mind. This is he might as well have done this like he might as well have called the police on the kids and you know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. Um, I this is just like what men be doing though. Like, this is not, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. It's crazy how many, I just think it's amazing how many of these stories I can find of women and like women and when the women tell their stories about this, it always makes sense to me. I'm always like, oh no, that tracks. No, that's not unbelievable. I'm talking about bias, remove, whatever. I'm just saying, like, just how the story plays out and why they're doing it. And there's a motive there. There's, you know what I mean? Like, there's all this stuff there, right? Anytime that men say women do this all the time, and they never tell us. You guys already know, we hear it all the time. Men will tell, oh, women use the system, and then there's no proof. Where's the exit? What does it look like? Now, I I think we need a little bit more context as to why he's doing it, because she kind of alluded to it. He doesn't want to pay child support. She said he already has 3 more kids. Crazy, right? But even if she is tired, the first thing I thought of was like, oh, I mean, she's a single mom, though. I bet you he has support, right?
It's so sad because all of this, I think the bottom line is to get out of child support. He has a new wife. They've got 3 other kids. She'll just take care of all of the kids and he'll work and he won't have to pay child support. And I might have to pay child support in his fucking delusions. And that just sounds like a nice dream. So he's painting this fucking picture of me being a negligible mother. And now he's influencing my daughter? I don't fucking think so. Like, I wish that you guys could have seen the look in her eyes whenever I brought up her dad's house. Like, every time I've done that recently, she gets very defensive. She gets very weird and loyal and like doesn't want me to even say anything about it. And I am so, guys, I am so good about not saying shit about her dad. And she's typically very open. This is like a recent thing. I don't know. Her brother came home and has like a black eye. They won't give me a straight story. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Man, a black eye on a 4-year-old is crazy. But now we see, okay, so he has a woman there that's already taking care of kids, because he wouldn't have to take care of his kids. Like she said, he wouldn't have to worry about that. They already have 3 kids. What's another 2 kids? And he doesn't have to pay child support. And he doesn't have to drive back. Like, now I see. And that's exactly what I thought. That was exactly what I thought. I was like, I know he got another woman somewhere. I know he's getting support from somebody somewhere. Because again, the vast majority of the time, men who get, are fighting for like full custody and like doing this weird shit, they don't want to actually take care of the kids. They don't. So yeah, it adds up now. Now it's all tracking. And I don't want any of us to forget that in the midst of all of this, who's being affected by it the most, right?
That is the one thing that cannot happen is he cannot take away her one safe space. I have always been that for her. I have been a stay-at-home mom. I have always been that. And now it's like I see in her eyes this weird loyalty, this weird allegiance to him and his house.
So her daughter now feels some type of way. So he has effectively poisoned he alienated the mother from the daughter. That's what he's attempting to. Yeah, that's parental alienation. And again, just like weaponizing vulnerabilities, this is something that I only see from men. I never see women do this. Not to say it never happens, I just never see it. Which means it's rare. Not to say it doesn't happen, it's just very, very rare when it comes from women to men. It is not very rare when it comes from men to women, though. Man, I hope she takes him to court. I hope she gets every fucking thing. Hope she gets the kids, everything. Cuts him out of their life completely. He doesn't deserve to be in these kids or in this woman's life. He's a threat to them.